breaking news coming in that the Trinamool Congress has actually filed an FIR. The Trinamool attackers play victim. They have filed an FIR against students. Even as the TMC denies that any of their leaders were leading the attack at the Presidency College, comes this bizarre twist in the tale. TMC leader Tathagat Saha. In those pictures that we're about to put on air, you can clearly see Tathagat Saha leading the mob, being a part of the mob that went on the rampage at the Presidency College, and that's that picture. You see Partha Basu, the TMC councillor, in those pictures. Now, Tathagat Saha has charged two students of the college with rioting. Saha filed a complaint against one student of Presidency College and another student of Jadavpur University. Saha has been denying that he was a part of the mob that attacked Presidency. This, despite the fact that there in those pictures you can see Tathagat Saha, a board member of the TMC, and you can also see Sultan, a student leader of the TMC. All of them clearly identified in these pictures, and yet the TMC plays victim. Partha Basu can also be seen in these pictures, and let me quickly bring in headline says Manogya Loiwal for more on that story. Manogya, this is bizarre. The police have filed an FIR against students of Presidency and Jadavpur University. Take us through the details.
Well, the 5 people who've been arrested and 2 have been detained and 2 have surrendered. That takes the total tally to 9 of total students who have been taken, against whom action has been taken in this case. But interestingly, 5 of the students, 5 of the people against who have been arrested, none of them are from Presidency, but none of them are affiliated also. That was the case that has been filed by the Presidency College against the unknown. But no action has been taken against those who were there involved, whose footages are available, who were there in the visuals. None of those people, the Trinamool Congress leaders who were there involved in it, have no action has been taken against them. But interestingly, there are 2 factors to it. The first is that 2 students have surrendered against whom the case was registered by Tathagat Saha, who himself is an accused, who has filed a case yesterday in the Jorasaka police station, and the 2 students who surrendered have also got bail and have now been released. So there no action would be taken against them. But the third point is that two persons have been detained. That's Vishal Jaiswal and Pushkar Das have been detained for further interrogation on what exactly happened and what exactly transpired out of it.
Okay. Now, the Vice Chancellor of Presidency College, when we spoke to Malvika Sarkar gave details of how this attack happened. We've put out these pictures on headlines today, the pictures that our viewers are seeing. You can clearly see Tathagat Saha, you can see Sultan, you can see Partha Basu. Those pictures are there for all to see. Why have the police taken no action against them and those they led?
Well, if you could just remember when there was action being taken against those guilty after Malvika Sarkar, the Vice Chancellor of Presidency College and University, filed a complaint against unknown, there was no action taken, and the initial reason was said that the OC and other senior officials who were present there on spot also did not act because they didn't have enough adequate orders from the seniors in the police force. Well, that was the action and also the reason for inaction that is being probed. But no arrest of Trinamool Congress that has been made till now. This also just goes on to prove that the ruling front might have been saying and blaming that it is for the students to analyze and it is for the students to be arrested because there was no action, and the people who were carrying the flags were not hailing from Trinamool Congress. These are just excuses and the conspiracy theory that is again surfacing as far as Trinamool Congress is concerned.
Okay, so is there any merit in the allegation that is being leveled by the left parties that the Bengal police at this point of time, Manogya, is acting as an extension of the Trinamool Congress, Chhatra Parishad or other party workers?
Gaurav, there is no denial to the fact that any ruling party has the access to the police force and can also mend its ways and also divert the cases the way it feels like to a certain extent, the way they can impact any investigation or a probe, despite all the assurances from the police that the probe will be neutral and enough and adequate action will be taken. But in this case, it seems that Trinamool is trying to flex its muscles and try its level best in order to at least not, if not hinder the probe, but also divert it to the way and possible, because no adequate arrests have been made. Those people who were involved, there's no arrest have been made. And in fact, the education minister and also the industry minister goes on to saying that the attack on Mamta Banerjee was of a higher magnitude as compared to what happened in Presidency College. So even if they're not demeaning the act and the incident of Presidency College, they're not even highlighting or accepting the fact that it was a serious cause of concern.
You're spot on there. What is the reaction that is coming, if at all, from the police? Any explanation? In these pictures, you can clearly see faces. We have identified those faces, whether it's Tathagat Saha or Sultan or Partha Basu. Clearly, all of them can be identified. Why is it that the police is not even calling them for questioning?
Well, imagine to the extent that, forget about calling them for any interrogation, we have also access, and we have spoken to Partha Basu, and we did an interview with him where he said that he would resign if he's found inside the college, and if there is enough evidence to prove that he was inside the college premises. Despite all that, there's no action that has been taken by Kolkata police. They say that they're still trying to trace him, and the fact that the police complaint has been filed against unknown, it does not specify any names of the leaders. And as far as the FIR goes, they will first identify those who were involved, write down the names in the FIR, and then the case would proceed. So in that case, till the time the names are registered, no action would be taken. These are just media reports for them. These are just footages for them, until the time they finally file a fresh FIR or file a formal complaint regarding this matter. Only till then that action will be taken against them.
Yesterday, there was a lot of outrage, not just across Kolkata, across Bengal. Presidency alumni across the country spoke up and said, this is unprecedented. This should never have happened. Has this shamed the Trinamool government? Does it feel embarrassed? Does it even plan to inquire into what happened at Presidency?
Well, there are two versions to it. The first version comes that it is being compared to the attack on Chief Minister in Delhi, which does not find any ground to stand upon and also to be taken forward, because these are two different incidences in two different states and of two different magnitudes. Because the impact of attacking an education institution
and the impact of attacking Shaugata Roy of the Trinamool Congress joins me on the phone line. Shaugata Roy, explain this to us. TMC leaders can be clearly seen in these pictures that you see on headlines today, and yet the police does not register a case against them. Okay, we've lost that line with Shaugata Roy. We'll try and reestablish that line. Any explanation for this action? The 9 people who've been arrested, any of them TMC activists, Manogya?
Not specifically. Since the case has been registered as against unknown, they are just arresting people randomly, and perhaps that's the reason why 5 people have been arrested. None of them have any close affiliation to Trinamool Congress, because that is also that Kolkata police will have to keep in mind. There's no denial that there is a pressure from the ruling front, and there's also no denial that they will be under pressure in the next few days also on whether to arrest Trinamool Congress Chhatra Parishad students and supporters or not. But initially we have to keep one thing in mind.
Shaugata Roy, I want to ask you, 9 people arrested, none of them from Trinamool Congress. How impartial is the police action? You can see Trinamool leaders clearly in the pictures leading that attack at Presidency, sir.
You see, I am not in Calcutta. In fact, at the moment, I am not even in India. I know that there was a ransacking Presidency College.
Yes.
And the government needs to take action against that. Whoever has ransacked has done a very wrong thing. And the government has sent out a message that they want to take action against those cases. But I do not know of the details as to who all have been arrested. So let's find out.
I am sorry, sir. There is a major difference in what the party appears to be practicing and what it is preaching. If the party is sending out a strong message, then the men we see leading that mob perhaps should have been behind bars. 9 people have been detained. Some of them are students of Presidency and Jadavpur University. None of them are these leaders, whether it's a Tathagat Saha or a Partha Basu or a Sultan or a Kailash Misra, sir. What message is the Trinamool Congress sending out, sir, when TMC activists vandalize the Baker Laboratory and the prestigious Presidency College in Kolkata, sir?
Do you know these people? you are speaking from afar based on the report or some video footage.
There
without
is.
knowing. So you also do not know these people. So why are you saying that the government needs to take action? It has demonstrated that it is taking some action. They have not said that arrest will stop further. But not too much should be made out of this. I know that Presidency College has been ransacked in the 60s by the leftists, in the 70s by the Naxalites. We are all products of that institution. We have got a great amount of attachment to that institution. But don't make a big issue as to who has been arrested. You do not know those people. So why are you commenting on them?
Sir, the pictures, since you're away from the scene, let me tell you, on headlines today, you can see pictures of those who led that mob, sir. Partha Basu, your councillor, Trinamool Congress councillor, can easily be identified, and his picture's on the screen right now as you and I speak, sir. Tathagat Saha, his picture is there for all to see, sir. Kailash Mishra, his picture is now on screen. ED board member of the TMC, sir. Only if there is a desire to investigate in the right earnest is my humble submission to you, sir.
See, yesterday I saw Partha Basu. He was in a procession outside Presidency College. He said on TV that if it was found that he had entered the Presidency College, then he was prepared to resign from councillorship. Unnecessarily, have you got any footage of Partha Basu inside the Presidency College? Unnecessarily, with a little bit of footage, you are speaking out of turn. You do not know either of these people. So I am saying that the government is taking steps. I am not in Calcutta. Whoever has ransacked Presidency College has done a wrong thing. We have condemned this, and our party has said that our party people are not involved in all this. I heard Partha Basu's statement on a TV channel. He said that if it could prove that he was inside the college, he would resign. After that, why are you going on, harping on the same thing? You people do not know even where Presidency College is. It's as if you are very sympathetic and over.
Sir, any college, any institution, when young girls go running, Saugat Roy, when young girls go screaming and running, saying we were threatened with rape, when the Vice Chancellor of the university, Malvika Sarkar, comes on record to say that there was a rampaging mob that ransacked the Baker laboratory and beat up boys, and she was scared. The police was there. The police did not intervene because there were no orders. It's a matter for the nation to hang its head in shame, sir. This is not politics. That is a temple of learning, is my only humble submission to you.
I know Malavika Sarkar. She was a year junior to me in college. I have heard her statement on the TV. As the Vice Chancellor, she is naturally shocked at this incident. If the police have not acted, I'm sure the government will take action against that. But to point out to such names and say the police has not taken action, that is not correct. All I'm saying that if there are more people who have been involved, I'm sure the government will take action against them. It's an act. It's an act ransacking of Presidency College. We should all condemn. But people who have no idea of what Presidency College
Saugat Roy,
is,
you made that point. When you come back to India, it would be interesting. You should look at this footage and then you decide if your government has taken action and action enough. For the moment, many thanks for joining me here on Headlines today.